Hi and welcome back. So as I spoke about in the previous video, we looked at sort of the previous sort of strategies where anxiety comes from, types of anxiety, and in this section I said that I was going to focus on relaxation techniques, ways to overcome stress. And the first of these is, as I mentioned in the previous video, is belly breathing, or you may have heard it as called as diaphragmatic breathing, but it sort of comes from there rather than there. Many of us breathe through our chest, so you don't get the proper levels of oxygen intake when you're breathing through your chest. This is one of the factors when you're really stressed. You tend to sort of breathe from here, so you're not getting enough oxygen, so you're just creating that cycle of anxiety. Your blood flow is not as good, you're not getting as much oxygen in. Your blood pressure will sort of creep up because you're stressing your body out. But breathing from the belly allows you to take in more oxygen, and it's significant. In fact, once you start practicing it, you will really notice the difference in terms of your stress levels. They can come down immediately, and it's a practice that you can undertake anywhere. You could be sitting watching telly, you could be going out for a walk, you could be with a group of friends. It works really well if you're feeling stressed at work as well. And if you're in a meeting or something and you're feeling really stressed and you can feel your anxiety levels and stress levels creeping up, you can do this without anybody even noticing you're doing it. It's just a way to calm yourself and calm your body in that immediate moment. So when we breathe through our chest, we only, like I said, we only get about 60% of the oxygen that we actually need. But breathing through the belly gets us at least 30% more. So you're breathing much more fully, getting much more oxygen, and you're de-stressing yourself and you're making yourself less anxious. So I just want to try a little experiment. What I'd like you to do is follow me and put your hand on your stomach and just breathe normally. And you can feel your stomach starting to rise. I certainly can, but if you're not used to it, you'll be breathing from up here. But on this exercise, I want to show you how the difference between chest breathing and diaphragmatic breathing. So what I want you to do is hold there, keep your stomach taut, so don't relax your stomach, and just try breathing. Now I noticed when I was doing that, I was breathing very shallow breaths, which wasn't really getting the oxygen in that I needed. And when we're stressed, that's what happens. That's what our body does. It automatically sort of tenses up. You'll feel it in your shoulders, your neck, your arms, your stomach, and that really tenses your body up. And when you're really tense like that, you cannot get in the oxygen that you want. So what I'd like to do now is show you how to do belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing, which will help you get much more oxygen in. So we're going to do the same thing again, but slightly different. So put your hand on your tummy again. And what I'd like you to do is when you breathe in, your stomach goes out. So you breathe in, breathe out, and your stomach goes back in. Notice how different that is from the chest breathing. So again, breathe in and your stomach goes out. Relax your stomach. Breathe in and bring your stomach back to the center. Again, breathe out and your stomach goes out. Sorry, I meant breathe in and your stomach goes out. Apologies for that. And breathe out and your stomach goes in. We'll just do this one more time. Breathe in, stomach goes out. Breathe out, and your stomach goes in. So you can notice a massive difference in terms of your breathing. I felt so much more oxygen coming in, so much more breath coming in. And if you're on your own, you can do it with a sound, so you can visibly let go of that stress. So for example, so you're breathing in, and you can really actually feel the tension and the stress disappearing. Now, maybe if you're in a meeting or you're at work or something like that, you might not want to make that noise. It might make people wonder what's going on. But if you're on your own, that's fine. But if you're in a meeting or you're at work or you're feeling particularly stressed and you're in company, then you can just do it without the noise. You go, and it has the same beneficial effect. It has a slightly better effect if you're kind of breathing out deeply. But overall, it's a fantastic way of de-stressing yourself. So that's called diaphragmatic and belly breathing. And it's really good to learn how to do that, because when you do some of the visualization and relaxation techniques that we'll come on to in a bit, it's really useful to use that diaphragmatic breathing at that point as well. Then you can switch your mind off and switch your body off of all of the stress and things. So we're going to come on to those in a little bit. But next in this section is the CBT thought record sheets, which have a look at them. There's an explainer one and there's a blank one which you can fill in yourself. And just have a look at those. And what it does, it gets you to think about situations that are in that make you really stressed and really anxious. And it helps you to challenge those thoughts as to whether the thoughts are real or not, because most of the time our anxious thoughts aren't real. It's just a jumble of stuff going up round in our head. And we create all sorts of different scenarios. So it's actually a way to switch off your emotional brain from your amygdala and actually switch on to your rational brain, which helps you think and work out whether what you're feeling anxious or stressed about is real or not. It might be that it's a real anxious or stressful situation, and that's fine. But quite often we create these different thoughts about the here and now or what's going to happen in the future, and we worry about them and we over worry about them. And this gets us back into that cycle of anxiety that we want to break. So I'll leave you with those thought record sheets. And again, if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to contact me and I'll go through them. Even if you're not part of the coaching program, that's fine. I do free, I suppose they're called discovery sessions, where you can ask me any questions and I'll answer whatever you've got, answer any questions about stress or anxiety. But otherwise, I'm hoping that you're finding this training course useful and it will help you in the here and now. And so that's it for me on this section. Don't forget your belly breathing. Do it whenever you can. It's something you can do wherever and whenever you are. Walking, dinner, friends, work, the whole thing. And once you get used to it and once you do it for a number of times, it'll become second nature. I found it weird to start with, to be honest with you, when I was shown how to do it. It just felt wrong because I'd been breathing wrongly for so long. But now it just seems natural. And when I try to breathe through my chest now, that feels weird. So it will come, keep practicing, and you'll get some real benefit out of it. So that's it for now. So I hope you enjoy the rest of this section. And any questions or any comments or anything like that, don't hesitate to get in touch with me and I'll do what I can to help you. Okay, cheers. Bye for now.